Raising an adolescent can be one of the most exciting things and gratifying things you're going to do in your lifetime. It can be some of your best years of parenting. But it can also be challenging at times. Why? Because adolescents are going through tough times as they're trying to figure out who they are. And when you understand adolescent development and you understand what it is that's going on, what they might be struggling with, you have the power to make a bigger difference in their life and to be the person who's going to guide them along their journey. There's so many ways of thinking about adolescent development, right? You're developing physically, you're developing emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and morally. But if you understand 3 questions of adolescence, you pretty much understand adolescent development. Let's begin with that first question, the fundamental question of adolescence. Who am I? Who am I? Separate from my parents, different from my siblings. Am I someone people enjoy being with? How am I going to fit in with my friends? Who am I attracted to? Will anybody ever be attracted to me? What are my strengths? How do I overcome my limitations? How am I going to contribute to the world? What do I believe? Understanding that question of who am I begins to have you understand the enormity of the developmental tasks that adolescents have to go through. It also begins to tell you the danger of low expectations. Imagine as your child is thinking, who am I? And the answer is, I'm selfish, thoughtless, self-centered, incomplete, or even dangerous. Imagine how much harder it becomes to answer that question when you've absorbed those low expectations. Imagine you were walking through society and you were turning on the TV, listening to the newspaper, or listening to the way adults talk about teenagers. You're going to be met with a lot of eye rolls and a lot of low expectations, and that's poison to kids who are trying to figure out who they are. Next question, am I normal? This question goes along with who am I, but it offers an even deeper dive into why low expectations are so poisonous to kids. If you are met with eye rolls, if people cross the street when you walk down the street, if people talk about adolescence as if they're always going to go off, you never know what they're going to feel, then you're going to begin to say, I guess being normal is being moody. I guess being normal is being challenging. I guess being normal is making people even afraid of you. Imagine if that is the messages that our kids are going to hear. That's dangerous to development. It also, understanding this question, am I normal, really underscores for you as a parent why it is so critical to create a healthy peer group normal. In other words, you can't pick your child's friends, but you sure can influence it. And when your kid is looking around and saying, am I normal, you want to make sure that they have other friends who are behaving in the way that you hope your child to behave. Then they're going to look around and go, it's normal to behave in this way. Here's the bottom line. If your teenager feels like a freak by following your rules, it's only going to be a short matter of time before they stop following them. What does this mean? Make sure that you're not alone. Speak to the other parents out there. Create a normal expectation of adolescence. That's what you want your kid to live up to. Last question, will I fit in? This is undoubtedly the question that's driving peer relationships. Remember what's happening. Your child is beginning to leave the family nest. And what that means is that they have to find a new family and peers and colleagues in a workplace. It's the hardest developmental task of a lifetime, is to leave that family nest. They can only do so safely if they know they're going to be accepted once they leave. Remember, your adolescents are supposed to be getting better at peer relationships. They're supposed to be spending more time outside the home because this is what's going to get them to be ready to build a family of their own, and this is what's going to get them to be ready to enter the workplace and have colleagues. So it is normal, even required, for your child to figure out how to fit in with peers. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. Your challenge is to influence the odds. The odds that when your child is looking for peers they're trying to fit in with, that they're going to have the kind of values and behaviors you hope your child's going to want to copy. Adolescence is a time of huge questions. And this means that it's also a time of tremendous opportunity and profound excitement. But it's also going to be a time filled with some frustration and some anxiety. When you understand this, the enormity of these questions, it becomes even clearer to you as a parent why your unconditional, unwavering presence is critical to the development of your child. Who am I? They're going to ask. You are you, and I couldn't imagine wanting you to be anything different. You answer with your reliable, solid, unwavering presence. More than anything, why do we show so much love to our children? So that now and throughout their lifetime, they're going to know that they're worthy of being loved.